afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. We're off here to an exciting 1 versus 1 on Holotny Ferma Winter. We shall be watching on the right-hand side here. Miragefla fighting for the United States of America, fighting here for the 3rd Armored, rolling ahead. Straight through German lines here, being held up by Kiwi, fighting for the Reich for the 18th Panzer Grenadier Division. Robin on the way, noting commanders are airborne, recon and rifle here from Miragefla. Kiwi, on the other hand, has gone straight on for fortifications, by the way. Fortifications.
Prepare for combat.
Shock moving ahead there, Sturmpioniere moving forwards. There's no sign of a Kugelwagen so far. Reactional troops are ready. By the way, set up in position where they can also quickly make a rush for the building in case fascists appear with their assault rifles or K98Ks. Second rifle squad there on the move from south. And noting here, by the way, that Miragefla is actually making a move for the north, not the south. Now, that's a very interesting sort of move. In fact, we're also noting here that Kiwi so far is not really making any moves towards either fuel point. And also, a quick note here of another tank trap there. Probably because they provide heavy cover, I suppose also because it might make it a bit difficult for a Kugelwagen to move around here. So, quick there. Also, this tank trap is known as a Czech hedgehog, by the way, this particular type of tank trap. Sturmpioneers going straight for the cut-off point. Haha, Dieter, we have taken to... I don't think they're using it. Ah, scheiße. Up there, they're opening up in the Sturmpioneers. Moving in. Holding up the building here to ignite any fascists. Northern Riflemen could continue moving and move down south. And, oh, there we go. We got a Kugelwagen now around here for the Panzer Grenadier. Opening up here on the Rifleman with its MG-34. 3rd Rifleman squad here arriving for Miragefla. No sign of anything from the truck as of yet. Sort of very slow movement from either side. Miragefla getting a bit of a move on there. Southern point sort of slowly moving towards the fuel point. And we will note here that Miragefla will definitely be enjoying an advantage in fuel so far. And the other Kugelwagen opens up there. On the Rifleman, there's of course a squad ready to sort of hit from the other side. Sturmpioneers moving in, they could occupy the building, making things more difficult here for the Rifleman, particularly now as they're getting suppressed. And there you go, Rifleman shining from the north, but already a bit too late. The Kugelwagen is swiftly moving away. With additional Volksgrenadier on the way for Kiwi to reinforce the front line, but still no sign of the fuel being secured. Looks like the reaction troops here are finally abandoning the building, feeling safe up north. Moving on. 4th Rifleman squad here on the way for Miragefla. He could soon go for a lieutenant though if he fancied that. Good old lieutenant. Now Kiwi maybe realised he needs to push north to strike at the Americans right there. Kugelwagen sending up to the cover versus an American immediate counter-attack from the base's direction.
Just got cut off.
And finally getting around to securing the southern fuel point. Took him a bit of a while there. Forces stopping up. He did not take the victory point over there. He pulled back here, perhaps feeling a bit threatened around his fuel point. So far things here are a bit stalled down for Miragefla in the 3rd Armored. Crashing against the lines of the 18th. They formed, I believe, after a Panzer Brigade. The Panzer Grenadiers itself have been shattered on the eastern front. And the Panzer Brigade in question was the 107th, which has actually done pretty well in Holland. Was also one of the few Panzer Brigades that actually did reasonably well. Was thus promoted to a full Panzer Grenadier Division, amongst other things, including a lot of its equipment then passed on to the Panzer Grenadier Division, meaning the Panzer Grenadier Division was actually reasonably well equipped, including with a full Panther Battalion, which was in most cases actually pretty rare. There was also I think one Panzer Grenadier Division just got the tanks as well, thus also I think Panthers, but still reasonably rare otherwise, since they were otherwise not allotted to have Panthers. So, fun fact there. We do have the Lieutenant here, Lieutenant Jones. Moving out. We're seeing here that Kiwi's continues to maintain a position. I mean, if he's going to hang on around here, he should at least consider setting up some sandbag positions. Made it harder going there for the fuel point, harassing. Forces moving north here to ensure the Kiwi can't do too much up there. Sturmpioneers are paying the Kugelwagen. And then, oh, Kuban charging straight into the lieutenant. And they go quickly into the building, showing he can't really do too much and certainly not suppress them. Lieutenant firing back there with rifles, Thompson and BAR, the Browning automatic rifle. M20 following up here rapidly for Miragefla. Storm Pioneers could consider falling back. We do also know now there's a battle group headquarters up, MG34 ramming here to support the front line. Riflemen suppressed. Panzer Strike up here, the false grenades. That's definitely going to cause the M20 to be a bit more cautious, of course. But once more, fuel down there secured. Not connected, but he's definitely denying fuel in to Kiwi. Still holding positions up here. I mean, part of me would say probably shouldn't have that many forces just hanging around about here. I mean, despite, you know, the fact his fuel point is a bit exposed up north here. So, I mean, I can understand it. We're still worried about those forces because at the same time they're so low on health. I mean, in essence, a quick rush here with the M20 could probably knock them out. Maybe even dropping the Panzer MGs, but there we go. 50 caliber breaking fire there on the Kugelwagen. Lieutenant could probably try and move in from the north here. And under fire here from the MG34. He's being rather cautious here with the M20. He must be aware there's either mines, Rakettenwerfers, or something else. He doesn't know the full extent here of Kiwi's forces in this area, so I imagine that's why he's been cautious with the M20 instead of just getting, you know, in there, hitting full throttle and mowing down some Krauts. That'll at least be the sort of logical deduction there, and there we go. We have some troops finally make a move down and then get counterattacked by the Storm Pioneers. Not really their day, is it? I don't think they'll make it. The M20 could rush up there trying to support. Looks like he will do that. Avoiding the centre, since he, at least to a part extent, know what's up here northwards. Ambulance there might have moved a bit too far ahead. At least he's not stuffing any captains in it. There goes Storm Pioneers pinned down in the building thanks to the M20 and a Rakettenwerfer pulled up here for Kiwi to sort of try and deal with the light vehicles, of course also preventing further assaults. Riflemen still packed towards it. Well, ambulance was a bit of reinforcement. And we've got a 50 caliber here on the way for Miragefla. A 50 caliber.
The capture point is under attack.
There you go, folks on the ears with the Raketen Panzerbüchse or Panzershake. Trying to get the cut off here, losing the northern fuel pump for the time being. 50 caliber moving up. The Mardus, as it was also known as. Another supply truck there for Kiwi. Losing the northern territory of the northern connections. Yes, managed to connect to the southern fuel. He'll still enjoy a fuel advantage and he'll still be denying to a certain extent Kiwi it. But now, of course, Kiwi might finally be getting a slightly more steady source of fuel, which could definitely be the cause of a bit of action there for Miragefla if he's not careful. But no, looks like he's meant to stall things here for Kiwi. Kiwi sort of intent on holding this area as well, but that also makes him weak here in the flanks. And so far, Miragefla has sort of realised and been able to take nice advantage of it versus Kiwi. And we are knowing now is Schwerer Panzer Headquarters heading up there. Schwerer Panzer Headquarters. MG34 and some forces right in front of the building. Point blank there. Though of course, at the same time with only one window, there's going to be limits there to what they can do. And there you go, Stielhandgranate, 50 caliber charging forward, well, Scout charging forward, with the Kednev there in the church. Oh, got them! MG34 there though. Nice shooting, Johnny. Potato though is looking a bit worse away here for Miragefla at the moment. He's got now the fuel. He's got in fact a lot of things cut off there. 50 caliber though from a nearby building is providing good support here as the Falklands pinning them down, in fact slowly killing them. MG34 has been recruited, further drawing away troops from the front line because they have to then get out there and risk utter extermination. Miragefla though is taking this cautiously, he's not heading into blindly here versus Kiwi and his current position. And that 50 caliber is definitely doing quite a bit of work there.
Extreme winter conditions are affecting the lines.
Airborne has probably been chosen in Miragefla. He's not calling in any Pathfinder. I mean, they could power support, of course, he could, but just being for some paratroopers instead. Quickly upgrade them with some Browning-like machine guns and then go nuts. Or maybe some Thompson submachine guns instead. Both options are there, that's for sure.
We're losing a capture point.
Fuel-wise, things are still looking a bit grim there for Kiwi. But at the same time, he's able to sort of have some pressure. I mean, to a certain extent, he's sort of nicely set up a kill zone there for Salts, drawing in resources from Miragefla, but not at a fully cost-effective amount. And the Kuhwagen is slowly beginning to enter some trouble. It's not beginning to look so strong anymore. In fact, right now, a quick anti-tank rifle. There we go. Could result in its demise. Oh, main gun destroyed, but the Kuhwagen is still operational, although only running on fumes. There we go. Down. And the Raketen never missed in the process as well. Good lord, Günther. And once more, both fuel points now in the hands of Miragefla. And we see some veteran Obersoldaten, veteran soldiers of Operation Market Garden in this case.
57mm AT gun now deployable by air. We got orders coming. Good to go.
Sturmparty's in a bit exposed position himself. There's been no mines here from Kiwi. And these Sturmparties might end up being, well, rather dead if they're not careful. But a quick push towards the north here again. Miragefla laying down the main pressure on the flanks, allowing, to a certain extent, Kiwi is sort of focusing, and then when he sort of tries to the flanks, he begin hitting him there. And what is this arriving? Ooh, we got a Luchs out. That's still going to hurt his fuel cost, though. And also leaving him a bit vulnerable to, say, medium armor that could potentially arrive here from Miragefla. But, and that's important to point out, but at the moment, there's one mitigating factor, that is Miragefla is completely unprepared for this. He's been so focused on the infantry and such that, well, the only thing he can currently muster that's essentially anti-tank besides the anti-tank rifle grenades is the crew of the M20 with the bazooka. Otherwise than that, the Luchs here actually has a pretty good chance of having free reign to murder as many Americans at once with its Kampfwagenkanone. In fact, he could probably easily close in on the lieutenant. Go kill them. Vorwärts! Vorwärts!
Supply line just got cut off.
Catch the Amerikanen! Nein. Apparently not. He's a bit too quick to sort of hold back there. Getting on some good shots on, let's take the point here. But again, the 50 here proved to be a sufficient deterrent to hold back the Krauts. And the MD-34 on the other hand is in a bit of trouble with another 50 caliber firing down upon it.
The weather has cleared. Return to normal operations.
A few good shots there from the Luchs. Causing quite a bit of harm and sadness there to Miragefla's men. Anti-tank can drop down in the response. There's an emergency response, and there we go. The MD-34 barely makes it out of there. Good lord. Ruffman run off. Looks proving to be a bit of a threat now at the moment. There we go. We do see a major on the way, so there might be soon an armoured response sort of more adequately deal with the Luchs, but until then, Miragefla could in fact be in a bit of trouble.
Point is being overrun. Battalion just released a major for action.
Question is, of course, how will Kiwi sort of play this out? Where are the Obersoldaten? No, down south there, so he secured both fuel points now. Things are now going more towards Kiwi. In fact, I should have popped over to him. Having gained both fuel points, the shock with the Luchs there certainly thrown off. Miragefla a bit too much. He was clearly not quite fully prepared. But of course, I mean, now with an anti-tank on the field, and still, of course, he's also got plenty of 50 caliber, sort of cause quite a bit of harm to Kiwi's infantry, and also make it harder for them to advance. And there you go, Luchs took one hell of a hit there from the M157 anti-tank gun. Oh, and the Orbitals down there, nice attempt there using the building to sort of set up a strong position, but sadly they were a bit outnumbered, a bit outgunned. Luchs is going to need some vital repairs soon. Plenty of munitions though for mines, as an example. I suppose if he's feeling desperate, he could himself also set up a Pack 43 emplacement, which could cause quite a bit of harm there to Miragefla's armour. Duel here between a 50 caliber and a Raketenwerfer. Not really balanced in that regard. There you go, folks, moving ahead, MD-34 in tow. But ultimately it's going to be difficult, particularly since he's moving out in the open. That's not necessarily the wisest of ideas. There is a Pangan attempt to get close there with the Stielhandgranate. Anti-tank gun though blasting away at the church front. slowly knocking out bits and pieces. And looks prepared, good, good. We actually seeing a bunker up here. The overcommanders actually used the fortification instruction to build a bloody fortification. Good lord. That's rare. Also note now all Volkswagens are upgraded with the Panzer 6. Luchs could probably attack from the north here while the Volkswagen attack with the Panzer from the other side, but no, he goes in from the front here, having to get past the bunker. I feel that was a bit of a miss. Smoke pop there. Either way, he'll ensure that any approach from Miragefla north will actually require a lot more effort from him. Now, that's actually not entirely bad. So good use of that on the bunker by Kiwi. Good use of the bunker there. Akademiev on the other. Ow! Scheiße. Lost it to the Amerikaner. And he's also lost a Volkskandidat squad. When it rains, of course, it seems for Kiwi. Still has been forced there. Quick thing on fire. Look, obviously, I need to open up quickly and turn things around there. You could consider aiming up for a Panther right now. And there we go. We also got the Pak 43 available. So if he feels fit, and he could go for that to sort of add some further heavier anti-tank firepower versus Miragefla. Also, no mid-game analysis. I should have mentioned this earlier, but this game is a bit longer, so not enough time for that one unless it becomes really, really long in this episode. Negro 50 caliber could get it. He could get it. He could get it. Anti-tank and those quick to turn. Oh, but he might also be able to get that. Damn close there. Damn close. And there we go. Oh, damn close. The rifle, in fact, moves straight up in front of it. Anti-tank rifle grenade gets the engine. The Kedmev are moving up. The Luchs needs to get away. At the very least, he could consider using cautious movements, then maybe make it harder to sort of see and hit. And those stone pilots need to get to work. They're going for the cut-off point again. We can see here now that Kiwi is sort of striking back harder. Oversold on Veteran 2-1. Giving access to their Blindkörper. Riflemen are in a lot of trouble here. And they go trying to steal away the anti-tank gun from the American. A bit bold considering how close to the base it was. And considering the overall sort of positioning of Miragefla's forces, he might have been a bit too optimistic there. And assault is a quick collapse over the flank. With a Sherman moving in to add further armor. In that case, the Luchs will definitely be heavily outgunned, and the two Panzer Shreks will also struggle a bit. But then again, he's himself getting close to a Panther. He's also floating an awful lot of manpower. So you consider doing something with that. Not more Volksgunners, I would say, but you know, maybe more Obersoldaten. Pak 43 could also be great. Would certainly add some serious punch here towards Miragefla's forces. We do have the Kedmev here and a shell moving out to M20 that could knock out the bunker combo here for Kiwi. And they go Vetri 2 for the Luchs. Ow, a wrecked Panther 4 takes a shot here for the Luchs. Damn close there. Troops pinned. Volkswagen's doing what they can here. A quick grenade is going to be needed here on the Kedmev. Even that's probably not going to be sufficient. Luchs moving in, but I fear it might be too late. And there go grenade on the Kedmev, killing only Hank. We got the Luchs moving up here. You might want to consider pulling it back. It's actually within range of fire here of the Kedmev. There you go. Oh! Anti-tank rifle grenade knocked it out as well. Rather unfortunate there. But otherwise, man, you really shouldn't have that Luchs right there, so that was largely his own fault. But he's lost the bunker as well. Heavy losses in the north to the Wehrmacht's forces. Definitely a bit unfortunate there. But soon he'll have a Panther and sufficient striking power. But again, he should consider doing something about all that manpower floating about. It's not really helpful. Again, more Obersoldaten could help versus infantry. Could also go for a lightest Infanterie, geschützt for a bit of light artillery. I mean, the overall, he's got plenty of options. It's just about, you know, using them, making use of them. So, come on, men, you can do it. Back here to Miragefla. who's got plenty of troops. And armour and vehicles, and we even got some M20 mounts going down there. Splendid, splendid. German tank from the north level, high explosive rounds, clearly not worried about a Panther. He's in fact got resources for a Panther right now, so clearly he should go for that, and there we... No? No, he's not yet. Come on. But there we go, we do finally see something going up here. Pak 43, Schwerer Panzerabwehrkanone, second biggest anti-tank gun the Germans had. They actually had the Pak 44, which had the same gun as the Jagd Tiger. This is the same gun, by the way, used as on the King Tiger, Jagd Panther, and Elephant Tank Destroyer. Little fun fact there. Quick valve grenade there. Not valve grenade, but Stielkangranate. Rather near held on the building. You see here that's a larger assault launched on the building to clear out the Yankees within it. The response to it's a quick armoured counterattack here for the Sherman. He might consider getting a 50 caliber on top of it, by the way. Would increase its anti-infantry capabilities, notably. And there you go. Paratroops actually now dropping in here for Miragefla, adding some elite infantry to support his armour and the rest of his infantry. And there you go, large infantry force moving in, and there you go, paratroops back dropping up the victory point. A successful drop. MG-34, they're making a sneak move here for the southern cut-off point. Interesting, interesting. Paratroops there, except everybody, except Johnny, landed safely. Charms of submachine is being handed out, increasing their close quarters combat capabilities. Still no Panther or anything like that for him. He really should consider it. Or if he's thinking for a King Tiger, he really should get the mechanized regiment first, and in fact earlier, so he can begin training fuel, ammunition for fuel at the very least. He really should get something now. There we go, overside mechanized assault here on the academy for infantry moving in, but they might not be enough here, though we got 50 cover in the nearby building. Though of course a quick smoke grenade, never mind, could have solved that as well. You'll need to get out of there before they are put several feet below ground. Looks like finally something is happening there in the armor department there for Kiwi. Took him long enough.
47 air support now available.
Well, he's got a Pak 43, that's only going to force Miragefla to be a bit more careful with his armor. In one wrong move, and that's going to take one hell of a punch there from this very big anti-tank gun. By the way, this is an earlier model when they were still lacking basically the sort of cruisers for mount, which you actually meant to have basically a bit like a flak 88 where you can sort of quickly turn 360 degrees. This is basically just using a howitzer mount. So, little fun fact there. And there you go, Northern Assault, the Lieutenant bravely supports an assault made by the paratroopers straight into the Schwerpanzer quarters, making them realise that's not going to work out well. Ooh, Veteran D2 for the Obersoldaten. There we go. Finally, some heavy armour arrives here for Kiwi. Panzerkampfwagen 5. Panther. At which point he might begin considering getting some Jacksons up. Oh, the Obersoldaten there took one hell of a hit there, incurring some pretty nasty casualties. 18th Panzer Grenadiers are struggling a bit here.
Crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
A quick push north. Fire pit up. And there you go, Panther makes its way forward. Not a lot of support though. A bit of quiet here in the blizzard. Not clear where the opponent is. I'm not too keen on just marching in blindly, I suppose. And there you go, we do got the M36 Jackson on the way here. Heaviest tank destroyer the Americans had in the war. Based on the Sherman chassis, by the way. Like the M10 Wolverine, in fact, the only tank destroyer they had that wasn't based on a well, other chassis and made a bit more unique was the M18 Hellcat. Panther moving north, Storm Parts with full support moving in, and there we go. He's getting another Luchs. That's a bit rarer. But of course, I mean, with the amount of infantry that his opponent has been getting, another Luchs could work out all right.
The enemy is overrunning one of our
There you go,
capture
regaining the north, losing the south in the process. Almost got them, Luchs moving in, needs to be careful though. A few good shots there from the Sherman could result in it getting blown to bits. And also looks like here Miragefla is not interested in actually resecuring the Raketenwerfer. Looks like he cancelled the Jackson, but he's now going for it again. Not sure what that is up for. There you go, Panther moving in, opening up. No response here, no anti-tank, and ready to shoot back at it. Oh, there we go. Getting up some good hits there. Though might pop some armor piercing rounds to increase the penetration.
capture point is being overrun.
As this is a 57mm gun. And thus its penetrative powers are a bit limited.
Our supply line just got cut off. The weather has cleared. Return to normal operations. Capture point.
Bit of quad here, 50 caliber covering the south, Jackson almost ready. Things are slowing down a bit here, the tempo is not quite as sharp.
Looks like we're getting into the equipment. You ready to roll out?
Northern assault here, looks like he's not going to bother where the Panther is.
To 200 points.
Points are not looking good here, that's actually looking much more to the advantage here of Kiwi. M20 moving in, Sherman those you probably need here to clear it out. And there go, Luchs is falling back, nice hit there, and oh, scheiße. There was an anti-tank man there from the M20 much earlier down in the game, and he did knock out the Luchs Aufklärungspanzer. Panther charging through there. Into supporting Jackson. Got off a good hit there. Anti-tank needs to turn around and shift armor piercing rounds, by the way. Armor piercing rounds. Come on. Still no armor piercing rounds. Also, the grenade to actually been upgraded here for the infantry of Miragefla, increasing firepower. Focus all there. Almost getting wiped out. Need to get away. A bit quiet there, MD34 moving up, Panther rolling behind it. I'm making our straight in would be a good job, so also ensure he doesn't have to counter rush Pioneers around to repair it, but just has a port he can pull back to. That would be neat. 50 caliber still remaining on the fuel point, at least that way even if it's getting cut off, he can sort of deny it to the opponent, at least require a bit more effort from Kiwi to secure it. Still floating a bit of manpower there, come on Kiwi, make an effort, take a move towards something a bit there. Leading in with the grenade, then following up. Causing quite a bit of harm there to Miragefla's troops in the process. Interesting. Looks like the assault is going to head into water center with MD34 on the chest. Holds up by the same time, Panther pushing north and her tank gun here. Got a hit from, and there goes finally shift out time. They should also take aim. Remember, take aim as well. Good ability. Increases the range and line of sight of the anti-tank. And then there we go. Just a bit too late, but still. That's going to force the Panther quite a bit back. They're heavily damaged. Pack 43, the also ensures the armor can't pursue, and so not the tank destroyer. Unless it fancies a good shot there, knocking it out potentially.
You know what to do. Let's get it done.
The north, though, still seems to be sort of reasonably weak there for Kiwi. Action, lots of death, Fox was in a bit of trouble, got the paratroops attacking north there. Thompson's tearing into them. And he's getting a third Luchs. That's definitely not the usual kind of thing you see. Also a bit of smoke there looks like to sort of deny the building to the Germans. still a third. Luchs. Usually you see a player get one, but he's actually pretty insistent on getting several. I mean, the first one did alright, but the second one was pretty much quickly cleared out. I suppose, I mean, he still has a good chance of doing some serious damage to his opponent. We got the Predator roaming around in front. Oh, gets away there. He maybe had been fortunate to get up a demo charge there upon the Pack 43, but I suppose Luchs is turning that plan into naught, since there was a chance they could have gotten wiped out while they were laying down the demo charge. That probably wouldn't have been worth it, to be honest. Still, there's a lot of pressure upon McKeever. He's sort of being held back. He needs to do counter-attack. He needs to deliver a good strike to Miragefla and get back into this fight properly. And I really think at this point you should consider getting up a mechanized regiment headquarters. At the very least just for the repair, but also maybe an increase in fuel. He could also maybe then consider, in the longer term, getting a King Tiger to add some rather serious punch there and something that might be able to break through the lines of Miragefla. Another mine up north. He's made good use of those mines. Good, good. And right from there, getting quite the welcome surprise from the Luchs Panzer. Oh dear, in a bit of trouble there, and caught on the mine. Need to be careful there, Miragefla. But looks like he's doing calculate. There we go, and the mine went off. No survivors there, that's for sure. Good use of the Luchs, by the way, clearing out the 50 cal. That could definitely mean that Kiwi has a chance of getting a 50 cal machine gun. Also, Fultz's been leading a sort of the North Lieutenant and a Rifleman squad. They're doing their best to hold the position, but it's going to be quickly overrun here if he's not careful. And there we go. Lieutenant dead. Sherman in a bit of trouble as well. Fultz's MG-34 moving in. And Jackson falls back though with Veterans U1. So that should definitely increase his vitality there versus the Panther. And the Panther, in fact, took quite a beating here.
Standing by. Send orders.
Again, I mean, the way he's sort of got things, in fact, he doesn't even need to do Pioneer, so mechanized regiment headquarters would be a good choice. Again, would provide repairs and he could trade munitions for fuel, which in the longer term would give him more fuel. And again, might make sort of end for something like, say, King Tiger a bit more viable, or more Panthers at the very least. Paratroopers forced away. Also, he's actually got access right now to Syrian artillery. That could definitely be interesting and well used. That could cause quite a bit of harm to Miragefla. Though it is quite expensive, of course, the munitions could also be used towards mines. That would certainly not be a bad idea either, by the way, for Kiwi here. Some mines up, S-mines, Schuhminen. Those things can make an advance by Miragefla a lot more painful and a lot more difficult, so that could also be good. Oh yeah, there's also plenty of stuff here to salvage. Luchs and an M20, I would certainly recommend he gets that fuel there salvaged and scavenged. That would in fact be a very good idea. Pioneers finally arrived, but again, mechanized regiment headquarters would be good, would be good. Miragefla looks like he's making another assault from the north. He's in fact running straight out of victory point, says he needs to sort of quickly rectify that situation. Maybe also move in the paratroopers to support. There goes salvaging, but taking shots. Oh dear, he wasn't able to salvage anything. Looks like someone was wiped out down south here by the orbital gun, and Fultz's going to deal it. Sherman taking on Fultz's head on. They seem to have a bit of bad luck there with the high explosives. And there we go, almost getting the entire unit in one go. But we do see here that Kiwi has got the northern side covered with the Pack 43.
Ready to move.
But Miragefla is quick on his feet and quickly gets another Sherman sort of add further armoured punch. Thus overall having a larger armoured force than his opponent. 2 Shermans and a tank destroyer. Holy moly, that was one hell of a grenade there, almost taking out the entire Fultz Grenadier squad in one horrific go. And there goes, got the 50 caliber. And Sherman here blocking off any retreat path. Luchs moving in, but oh no! It encounters the Jackson right off the bat. And he's almost knocked out in one hit. In fact, it could be. Sherman opens up. And there we go. Luchs kaput. The third Luchs there. That's definitely a reconnaissance platoon there wrecked out. And the Fultz have gone up north as well. Oh dear, this is not looking good for Kiwi. Also noting both players actually flowing quite a bit of fuel. That's a bit rare of players of that level. So that's a bit odd. Panther moving out. Steadily.
The enemy has cut our supply chain. The resource sector has been
Having finally gotten repaired, I mean it took ages, and making that Red cohorts again would have made that a lot faster.
Contact! Enemy infantry!
You still got tons of munitions here for some zeroing artillery. You should consider it. But there you go, head-on assault here. Versus the Panther. That's actually a bit dangerous here for the Jackson, particularly since the Jackson's leading the way. That really should be the Sherman. There we go, almost got it, almost got it.
Enemy is alerted to our presence. Prepare for counter-strike. Assembled and ready.
A bit of quiet again. Strike towards the north flank to sort of seeing more and more engagement.
Panther, ready to move.
While the attention is actually drawing away from the centre, whereas usually, I mean, it tends to sort of stick around there, but again, now things are sort of moving out towards the edges of the map, whereas the centre is basically getting neglected. So that is quite interesting. Now, the MD-34 making a lone move for the northern fuel point. Panther running there from the south. Although not prepared whatsoever. You need to be careful there. Kiwi needs to be careful. Big encounter here with the 50 caliber of Miragefla. Anti-tank up, which also got the Sherman here. Panther needs to fall back, in fact, considered at the very least. And there we go. Penetrating hit, veteran for the anti-tank gun. Panther falls back. Still no sign of mechanized regiment headquarters. You really need to consider getting it. Ooh, the Major's in a bit of trouble there. In fact, he's in major trouble. Sherman's getting support here by the Jackson. We also got the paratroops moving in. Fultz Gunners are in a bit of a tricky situation. Need to be careful here. One good high explosive hit could cause a lot of, there we go, harm. And the paratroops could knock them out, and particularly pop their ability. No, never mind. No survivors there amongst the Fultz Gunners. A heavy loss for Kiwi, who's in fact very short now on infantry. You should definitely consider getting some orbital slam. But there we go, you got a second Panther on the way, but he needs more infantry. Get more orbital Darden, I would say. Or more Storm Pioneers could also work. Now we've got a smoke grenade, actually. Interesting.
It's time for action.
Closing an MT2 there for the Panther. Maintaining a decent amount of territory. Miragefla holding on to the majority of the victory points for the time being. You got the paratroops creeping forwards through the empty streets, straight into an orbital Dardan unit waiting in ambush, closing in a veteran to flee, tearing through those paratroopers. Oh, grenade goes off there, and we see the entire orbital Dardan unit lost there. Well, they were a bit bunched up there in the crater, so that could definitely happen. You need to be a bit mindful of the territory and the positioning. And grenades are quite potent. But that's definitely going to require a lot more replacement infantry of a more serious caliber. He should get some more orbital Dardan now and then to replace the ones lost. And then, of course, he does have two Panthers now. Two Panthers. That should definitely give him quite a bit of punch. And there you go, replacement orbital Dardan on the way. Question is merely what happens next. What shall Kiwi do with his 2 Panthers? But back here to Miragefla with a second Jackson, although also almost full population capacity at the moment. So I suppose that might be a reason why he's putting all that manpower at the moment. In particular, he seems to be saving up for a Jackson. But it's definitely a bit of a struggle here for Miragefla. He needs to be a bit careful. I mean, at the very least, he's going to float so much manpower, he could consider getting some munitions carriers up and fuel carriers. Munition carriers, of course, could help towards a rocket strafe. As a thought, at the very least. But 2 Shermans and then 2 Jacksons, that's definitely going to give Miragefla quite a bit of striking force there, versus what Kiwi can currently assemble.
Tank destroyer is ready for action.
With Kiwi stubbornly holding on to both fuel points at the time being.
Crew ready. We're losing a capture point.
And there goes second M36 Jackson up, and the other one there, Veterancy 2, closing in on Veterancy 3 ever slowly. Both Panthers in the centre. That's never going to cause any problems in there. We need the Jacksons up in the very least. The Sherman wants a chance of at least doing some damage there. There we go, shot went off there. Failed to penetrate though, failed to penetrate. Second shot also failed. Quite unfortunate. But there you go, 1 shot went through there, damaging the Panther notably. And there we go, ending damage, more hits from the Panther. Jacksons, he could get it, No, Falkland taking the fire instead. There you go, main gun destroyed. He needs to get some smoke down. He doesn't have anything. There you go, Panther down. We got the Veteran 2 though, making its way through. Shot went through there. Armor piercing rounds. Things are tensing up here. There we go, armor piercing rounds up, increasing the penetration of the Jackson versus the Panther. Panther needs a combat blitz out there, and there we go. Units are being lost out. Veterancy fleet for the Jackson. A brave Volker squad there with the Panther that causes a fallback there from Miragefla's armoured spearhead. That was definitely close for Kiwi. That assault could have been executed better. I have no idea why I didn't send in both Panthers at the same time, instead then sending in the weakest one first, then putting in the more armoured one. That was definitely a tactical blunder of some gravity. As that Panther was essentially wasted, whereas the other cause, I mean, it's getting closer to Veterancy 3, which will certainly help that, but it's going to be on its own. And versus 2 Jacksons, that could prove to be problematic. In particular, as one of them is Veterancy 3, which means a high rate of fire and a good penetration. And then you factor in the armor piercing rounds, it can basically knock out most German armor easily. If the German armor stays within range, that is. Still, we are noting here that Kiwi's still holding on to a decent amount of territory. He's still got the victory point advantage, but it's definitely going to get harder. Still no sign of a mechanized regiment headquarters. I really want him to get one, to be honest. Maybe consider aiming again for a Panther or a Stukas of Foods, but a King Tiger. I mean, not Panther, King Tiger. I mean, you could easily change for the fuel because he's got plenty of munitions. MG34 there running straight into the rifleman. Oh, a bad day there. Entire unit wiped out. He's using sector artillery. Or, well, it was called not sector artillery, but here's the thing though, you need to actually have line of sight for it to work. So if you can't see the opponent, it, you know, I mean, it's also something you couldn't get out. It's going to be a bit of a waste of munitions. So while the idea is nice, the execution is a bit problematic there, and you ended up basically wasting 300 munitions. That could have gone better, I fear. That could have gone better. Oh, never mind, there's still shots going off here on the Sherman. So not bad there, not bad there. Sherman took one hell of a hit there. By Kenmouth, they could have moved up to support as well. Panther fighting up north here. Rifleman not standing much of a chance here versus that much of steel.
Armor ready. Looks like we're going in. We got orders coming. Armor here.
Moving towards the south, he needs to regain the victory points. Things are not looking good at the moment. Not sure why Miragefla is leading with the Jackson. At least he's not leading with the veteran Jackson.
Send your orders.
That would be quite unfortunate. That would be quite unfortunate indeed. Minor skirmish there. Sherman's getting repaired. I mean, he's good at keeping his armor repaired in a good condition. Panther being shifted south, leaving the north open. Now it looks like more like Kiwi's just reacting. He's less acting. He's putting pressure upon his opponent. That could be dangerous. And there we go. Beacon down.
A capture point is under attack.
Large armored horde up north. Point south being secured. He could consider using some of those munitions for S-mines. I mean, that would definitely make things a bit harder for Miragefla to advance, particularly since he's got no minesweepers. Of course, that would draw an armor, but at the very least it would delay any infantry from moving in. Also, no 50 caliber there recruit. Odd. And northern counterattack from Kiwi. While the most of the armored forces in Miragefla are basically waiting for anything to counterattack, and they'll blow them to bits. And the orbital Dardan are very quickly dispatched there with solid haste. Full population capacity, by the way, for Miragefla, so he can't get anything more, except just consider maybe getting casters, which he's not. I do think that's something he could work on there. Well, another bunker up here. Fulton's holding up the position for the time being. Grenades going off into the bunker, and oh, nasty bit of damage there, but the Silvermen fighting. Riflemen striking north here. Fulton's getting up, but we do at the same time see the machine gun bunkers up here, covering the southern victory point. Panther fighting here, but quickly taking a bit higher from the Jacksons. Needs to blitz, needs to blitz. Scheisse, might be too late. And there you go, he got too close there, allowing the pack for the fleet to get off a good shot there, knocking out one of the Shermans. Good shooting, Jürgen. Men down there almost rounded up by the machine gun bunker there.
We're on the hook over here.
Kiwi is still got teeth, he's still biting, still punching, and still causing quite a bit of harm. Now going GG, either because he thinks he's won or what, I'm not entirely sure why. Again though, Mechanized Regiment headquarters, Mechanized Regiment. Pathfinder's almost wiped out. Quick counterattack to take the northern victory points could work out here. There you go, full armoured assault here. Burst to the southern bunker, getting there for nowhere near to be seen to support.
Target destroyed. Shift fire. Send over.
And you got the Jacksons here prowling about. Oh dear, he's moving in the Panther without repairs. What are you doing, Kiwi? Ah, scheisse, that was dumb. There you go, Panther kaput.
Take ready.
Looks like they're at 200 points. All done over here.
That could definitely go on a bit better.
Listen up. Armor here. Yeah. Okay, on your feet, ladies. Gather round. Smell orders.
Second bunker up here, looks like Kiwi's intent on digging in. Good veterancy for the paratroopers. Obviously done counterattack on the other side up, we got a Sherman moving in though. Second Sherman on the way here for Miragefla while this tank shall still hang about.
Tank support is here.
Grenades going off left and right, bunker I imagine soon upgrade it. Folks here fighting several versus the riflemen. Grenades going off left and right, not really doing much. And a rifle squad did get wiped out. Then we got an MG34 drop there, 50 caliber drop there. A lot of weapons now lying about. Still Empire fighting versus the paratroopers slowly but surely. The orbitals down there will be need to push them away in the process, sort of properly. But Kiwi's forces are utterly overextended. We got here a third Panther on the way. And there we go. The orbital Dardan were able to help in pushing away the paratroopers from the northern part. And that bunker is about to go down. second paratrooper squad there summoned up for Miragefla. Interesting, interesting. But over here to Kiwi. His anti-tank defense is a bit lacking. Still no sign of mechanized regiment headquarters.
Americans just eliminated a gun.
And there you go, the veteran 3 Jackson getting off a very good shot there versus the Panther. The situation is looking rather grim here for Kiwi, who keeps going GG. But not leaving if he's actually means or, you know, he's lost already and accepted it, I don't know. But his victory point advance is melting as along with most of his troops, which is definitely not good for him, but pretty good there for Miragefla. Sort of been able to keep up the pressure throughout the fight and slowly build up a sizable force. In particular, that veteran 3 Jackson is a major pain there to his armour. And of course, still no sign of any mechanized regiment headquarters which could speed up the repairs of the Panthers. I really think that's been sort of one of the larger issues for Kiwi. That's basically for longer periods of time he's had his Panthers out of the fight, which is all to make things easier for Miragefla's armour. And a part of me would say I think also the Pack 43 was perhaps a bit too far away. It could have stood to be a bit closer to the front line and be able to sort of protect the northern points as well a bit better. As it is, it's a much more defensive. Basically, the only thing it's really keeping up from is the centre, ensuring the munitions is Kiwis, and that's about it. But it's not protecting the more vital points like the few on victory points. So there is that to consider.
It's time for action.
Panther being rolled north. 1 Jackson waiting. Ooh, shots missed or failed to penetrate. There you go, shot went through the veteran 3 Jackson, nowhere to be seen. Also got a veteran 3 Sherman.
He organized the assault.
Kiwi here. Holding up north again. There you go, Panther almost looked 9 out of time for the armor putting round here for Miragefla Jackson. Nope, he stops and pulls back. Kiwi's forces are practically non-existent in this moment. We got the Pack 43 flying south here. Pathfinder's quickly stopped. Nice game from Kiwi. GG. I think that's the 3rd time he's ridden that. Maybe 4th actually. And there we go. He left the match. Game over. A loss to Germany. A victory to the United States here. Some problems in the later game there for Kiwi as the game goes. I mean, early on he was sort of strong, but again there were some flaws there, and Miragefla was able to sort of take advantage, constantly hitting the flank, and that's sort of where one issue was for Kiwi. He was too focused around here initially, not thinking too much about the actual resources, which gave Miragefla resource advantage. Though he struck back with the Luchs, he was not able to fully take advantage of it, which gave Miragefla a bit more time to get back in the fight. And while his Panther handling was alright, there were some problems with him, particularly took ages for him to get them repaired. I mean, he should have had a mechanized regiment headquarters up to help that. That would also help with fuel, which would also provide him more Panthers maybe in the long run. You could have gotten a King Tiger, and I definitely think he should have gone for mechanized regiment headquarters and gotten a King Tiger around the 30 to 40 minute mark. Had he got out of King Tiger, I think he might have been able to sort of, beat Miragefla much more soundly. Instead, when he was ended up basically being defeated slowly but surely, being sort of drawn out all across the map, and then wiped out one by one, piece by piece. So that was definitely a problem there for Kiwi. He seemed to sort of be a bit confused as the game progressed, not entirely sure what to do, struggling and losing units, sort of never really taking any decisive action, just sort of, moving for the victory point, but at the same time not sort of really digging in around them. I mean, for example, he could have built up a much more stronger defense in the northern part, but he never did. He sort of kept well, straggling around, sort of shifting his forces constantly about, which only made it easier for Miragefla to again separate weak elements and crush them. So that's definitely something there for Kiwi to consider. Miragefla, of course, made some mistakes. Well, again, you know, he was not ready for the Luchs at all, and that could probably have been a bit predicted better and maybe sort of held off better, though in the end he was able to sort of get away with it reasonably well. There was some more equipment he could have stolen from his opponent, I think, and perhaps some Pathfinders early out might have done well, but Arsene, who played reasonably well. But again, you know, flooding all that manpower, he could have gotten a bunch of munitions carried out, which could have helped, for example, with the rocket strafes or something else, or further increase his firepower. But Arsene, good use of grenades. Smoke could have been used a bit more actively, I would like to say. But beyond that, a pretty interesting fight, though, with several sort of slow moments as players both sides sort of rebuilt the forces and tried to figure out what to do. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this fight. I hope you learned something from it. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send in review and provide some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers, and thank you all for watching.